So Sam Darnold was signed by the Seattle Seahawks, and you can't help but think that this play that he did against the Seattle Seahawks that kind of ended the Seahawks season has to have a huge part of why all that happened. So you see right here, it's a cover 2 zone. Justin Jefferson's going to try and get into a gap in coverage far down the field, kind of, in between the corner and the safety right there. Darnold takes a snap, and however, this play is not working out exactly as you would want. There's going to be pressure off of the edge, so Darnold's going to have to deal with that. No worries, Darnold just steps up in the pocket. However, pressure has now emerged up the middle, just kind of a bad break by Darnold as this, is a spin move that worked just right after Darnold steps up. So at this point, you're stepping into pressure, you're about to get your head taken off. This is not ideal. The good news is Jefferson is maybe open down the field, but can you even get the ball down there? Is it even worth the risk? Well, he says it's worth the risk, and while essentially jumping forward into contact makes this throw down the field. And again, this is not wide open. This isn't like if you can just make a decent throw, it'll be a touchdown. This is you need a perfect throw for this to be a completion. However, it is exactly that. Jefferson gets into the end zone for a touchdown, and this essentially ended the Seahawks season. This was a game they needed to win. They were up 4 points. Now, they still had a chance, but they weren't quite able to pull it off at the end there. But this is what gave the Vikings the lead, and you have to think that the Seahawks watching this play said, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll just get that guy.